Okay, we're gonna be watching a EWU body cam video, bro. These videos are always hella wild, man. Okay, hella crazy. But yeah, I'm sure this one gonna be one of those too. But yeah, you guys saw the title. Routine traffic stop takes a disturbing turn, and it's about like 4 months old video, not a latest one. But yeah, I really wanted to watch it. Got a lot of views, and I'm sure it's gonna be a crazy one. But yeah, what happens here, how it turns into disturbing stop.
Any large amounts of United States currency in the vehicle? How much money you got in there? Okay.
This marks the very moment
So it's
when
about-
police pulled over a combat veteran and took his entire life savings.
Wait, what?
Combat.
Okay.
This marks the very moment when police pulled over a combat veteran
Okay.
and took his entire life savings.
But so is he doing kind of a money laundering, or did he took all of his money out in a cash and he was traveling and he got stopped and police is like, why you got so much money, especially cash with you?
He says it's $100,000. It's in a Ziploc sandwich bag.
But I see all this, bro. I don't know about this much money. I have never seen this much money, of course. But don't all these rappers have like so much money, and they have in the car and at home showing off as well? Is that you cannot? I know there is a limited amount of cash you can take out or have with you, especially I'm sure when you are traveling too. On top of that, especially if you are traveling outside of country, every country have their own policy of bringing in the cash, because they don't want too much bringing in the other currency. But is there a kind of a policy about just in the United States? I don't know where they are, but I guess they are in US. But the guy looks kind of Mexican, no, not judging, but from the accent you can say. But yeah, so like, is there a like specific amount you cannot keep in your car or something like that? I'm sure there is, but it's 100K. I mean, it is a lot of money, but still I see many people on social media and stuff showing hella cash and all that. So what's up with that?
Baggy.
I must have had your ears burning because I was complaining about not having enough hundreds in my drawer.
On February 19th, 2021, a retired Marine is pulled over by the Nevada Highway Patrol when he makes a bizarre confession, leading officers straight to a huge stack of cash. As surprising as this is, the events that follow will prove to be even more shocking, resulting in intense public scrutiny and a lawsuit that plans to challenge the American legal system.
Wow. By the way, this is in 2021, so kind of old.
Following that red and blue semi-truck too closely, less than a second following distance, was driving under the speed limit. Stopped him up here at Mustang.
Come on, bro, those are not really the things you should be pulling someone over. Ain't gonna lie, he's driving under the speed limit, he's not keeping up the distance. Like, come on, you just need an excuse to pull someone over. Come on now. But I get it, you put someone over with who got a lot of stuff going on, but still, what if that's a normal person or something like that? But like, that's not a thing to getting pulled over. Oh, you are going less than, okay, if you go a little bit over, you are going over. If you go a little bit less, oh, you are going less. Like, come on, calm down, dude.
Make sure everything's okay.
I hate these types
Officer
of police
Chris
officers.
Brown pulls over Stephen Lara of Lubbock, Texas.
Travel interference.
Hey, good morning, Trooper Brown, Nevada Highway Patrol. How are you today? I'm doing great. Hey, the reason I'm stopping you, we have a special enforcement campaign going on. We're trying to educate drivers about violations they may not realize they're committing, but we're seeing a big increase in crashes out here. First, applaud you on your driving. You drive great. You're driving really slow. It appears that you're trying to drive safely under the speed limit. I appreciate that. I just want to talk about your following distance, especially around commercial vehicles. Sure. Came up behind a red and blue tanker truck, a little bit too close behind him. Yeah, you got to navigate that.
Yeah, with the trucks, you should keep a distance more than a car.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Do you have a registration card with you?
Well, it's a rental car here.
Okay.
So I do have my rental. If you don't mind, it's underneath here.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Any weapons in the vehicle? Oh, perfect. Yeah. If you can grab the rental contract, that'd be great, man.
Stephen tells
Okay,
the
for
trooper
now it's
that he's
going
to Portola,
good.
California to visit his daughters for the weekend before heading back down to Texas. He answers all of Trooper Brown's questions without hesitation and appears to be in good spirits, completely unaware that this seemingly average traffic stop will soon transform into an all-out nightmare.
Okay, buddy, let's see the nightmare.
Portola?
2 daughters.
Okay, they both up in Portola?
Yes.
Come on over here, man.
All right.
You a fighter?
I'm a fighter?
Yeah, you got a tap out shirt on.
Well, I've got a lot of training. I'm a retired Marine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. What'd you do for the Corps?
Well, I was a data chief initially, but then they changed the MOS to cybersecurity chief.
Okay. When'd you get out of the Corps?
I got out about 2 years ago.
Give me a second, man. All right, just hang right there. Ever been in trouble with law enforcement before?
Never.
Okay.
While Trooper
Okay,
Brown
looks like a
radios
cool guy
Stephen's
for now.
information, Stephen truthfully answers all the questions about his job, hotel reservations, and weekend plans. However, Stephen will soon find out that this lighthearted chat might not be as innocent as it seems, as Trooper Brown is about to reveal that an unsafe following distance may not have been the only reason he was pulled over.
Hey, while I'm working on this, let me ask you something, man. This is going to sound kind of weird. Part of my job out here is I do what's called highway interdiction. I look for people that are smuggling contraband through our city,
here we go.
country.
He's gonna search his vehicle
Weapons,
now,
humans, drugs, illicit currency, things like that. Anything in the vehicle I should be aware of? Okay. No firearms, no explosives. Okay. Are there any drugs in the vehicle? Cocaine?
I don't do drugs.
Yeah, I gotta ask all these silly questions, right? Okay.
But got money.
Large amounts of United States currency in the vehicle? Okay.
Ooh.
What's a large amount of U.S. currency to you?
100K?
Okay. So there's over 10,000 in there? Okay. How much money you got in there? Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Would you give me permission to search your vehicle today? That's okay with you? Okay, perfect.
Okay. He's not,
Regardless
under
of one's
pressure or
belief in
anything
their
like
own
that.
innocence, it's advisable to not consent to a search of one's vehicle under any circumstances. Although he has the right to refuse, Stephen voluntarily agrees to let the trooper search his car, completely unaware of just how much he will come to regret that decision. As Trooper Brown gets the paperwork ready, Trooper E.J. Tumanovow arrives on the scene.
Oh, another trooper come.
I'm out to see my daughters.
Right on. Out here in Reno? Out here in Reno?
Well, Portola, California.
They doing okay?
I know you guys are suspicious. I'll ask lots of questions so I can get to. Yeah, I'm not really worried about anything, so I'll give you any information you want. But.
As Trooper Brown gives Stephen the paperwork to read and sign, Trooper Tumanovow heads to his vehicle to get his sniffer dog, Jill, nicknamed
here we go.
Jellybean, to see if she finds anything suspicious.
Jellybean, 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 you're a pretty girl. We go play.
Trunk. Yeah, something is in trunk.
While some dogs sit to signal a positive hit, other dogs are trained to freeze, just as it appears Jill does while searching the car. After letting Trooper
on the
Brown
left side.
know it was a positive alert, Trooper Brown searches the contents of the trunk when he comes across a camo backpack. Meanwhile, Stephen
all
drops
of
a
those bags
bombshell
filled
on the
with
trooper
money.
when he reveals just how much a lot of cash really means.
You guys do this to everybody, or?
I just stopped out with you. Our job is to look for traffickers. I'm not saying you are.
I'm a retired Marine.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I was just called here to help out.
Must be the haircut.
Is it? I don't know. I almost got the same if I would put it down. I don't know.
He's gonna find a large amount of cash in there.
Is he?
That's okay because I got my receipts in there too. So
How much cash?
a lot.
Hey, he said there's a large amount of cash in there.
I already told him.
He already told him, yeah.
But in the same bag, you're gonna find all my Bank of America, all my receipts.
While he was searching the camo bag, I kind of saw the Bank of America label on it. I was like, oh, so he went to Bank of America.
Oh, do you?
I don't have anything to hide from you guys. I know it's not illegal to keep a large amount of cash either. So.
Nope, not at all. How much cash you got?
probably about 100 grand.
100 grand? Whew. Have you ever been stopped before and had money taken from you? From the government?
No.
Will they really take all his money?
It's not illegal to have a large amount of cash either.
No, not at all. Nothing's wrong with that. This is Reno, so we get people coming with a large amount of cash all the time to go gamble. And
I don't have a problem with you taking my cash because it is mine, and I do have proof that it's mine.
Okay.
Trooper Tumanoval shows an interest in the
For now, looks like that police is not very worried about, or they are not like too much on him about having a cash. Even they now know that he have a cash, they are not like, that's sus or that's not good. So looks like it is kind of illegal to keep that much money with you. And yeah, because the cop is not very sus about him about that. So I guess you can keep that much amount money as long as you have some paperwork. But let's see what happens here, because I feel like they're gonna take all of that money for
tire
some
sitting in
reason.
the trunk of Steven's rental car.
what's in the tire?
Cracked rim.
Don't tell me there is some hidden money or sus money in the tire or somewhere like that.
Getting a repair
If
over
that's the case,
Oh, yeah.
nah, you're messed up.
here. You guys can cut that tire up and look inside if you want. but
Ah.
I would ask that y'all reimburse me for the tire.
Right. Oh, yeah, the state would do, if we did it, if it came to that. We have items that we can check first before you get to that point.
Whatever you need to do.
Trooper Brown makes a call to someone who, according to court documents, is DEA agent Shane Murray.
Hey Shane, how are you? Good. Hey, can you head out to a traffic stop? Or are you busy on that other stuff all today? So if I'm still searching a car, but a big bundle of money, it says probably at least 100,000.
After telling Agent Murray their location, Trooper Brown continues to search the contents of the trunk.
Hey, Brown, you just got something to tell you about the
What are
rim.
y'all like real suspicious and all? That rim is cracked. If you grab my phone, which is in the car, and you look at the last number I dialed, just hit redial. I won't even touch the phone. You'll see that there's a place up here in Reno that fixes cracked rims.
Okay.
And they'll pick up, and all you gotta do is identify it, and you'll see that I was trying to take that in to get that cracked rim fixed. I cracked it in Texas because it's snowing, and the roads are and there's big potholes and everything. So I'm just trying to get it fixed because I know the place up here that fixes it, and that's all.
Okay.
I appreciate that, sir.
No worries.
Unfortunately for Steven, despite his assurance, Trooper Brown is still unsure of him.
Are you serious?
There's some receipts in here though. But
You said you put receipts on. Show us the money.
okay.
All right, man. So here's the deal. All right.
I think you're a good guy. I don't know.
I'm a good day.
So how much cash is that?
About 100 grand.
He told you guys so many times, dude.
As you know, right? I'm a vet. He's a vet. You're a vet. It's not illegal to carry currency. That's currency.
Okay.
It does, though, make us ask some questions on why someone has 100,000. I can understand why you don't trust banks, especially in this day and age right now.
Discipline and lots of savings.
What's that?
Discipline and lots of savings.
So with that being said, if you're willing to talk to me about it a little bit, I'd like to. I know you got a bunch of receipts in there. I just want to make sure that it is your currency, that it's not being used for nefarious activities, right? It's not money laundering or something like that going on. That's the questions that it raised, that potentially money laundering or something like that's going on. So
That money right there is for my two daughters.
okay, you gonna give it to them on this trip or no? Or that's just your nuts?
That's my money and my two daughters' money and nobody else's.
Okay.
I take that money right there and I buy them things. I put food on the table. I buy them clothes with that right there.
Fair enough.
That's me looking at you man to man in your eyes and telling you exactly what that is.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
I got some questions I'm going to want to ask you here in a few minutes. If you're willing to answer them, I'd appreciate that.
I have nothing to hide from you.
After Steven agrees to further questioning, Trooper Brown reaches out to his sergeant, Glenn Rigden, to update him on how things are progressing.
It's a strange one, but not a strange one. Consented to a search. Said there was money up there. We located what he says is $100,000.
I mean, till now, they haven't found anything sus on this guy. Like, oh, you are lying about this. Why don't tell us? Oh, you are hesitating to answer this, or you're hesitating to do this thing we are asking you. You're not letting us search this. For now, the guy, he's been like, he's a chill guy. He's just a chill guy, bro. He's like, okay, you stopped me. I got this much amount of money. You want to check the car? Check the car. Oh, you found the tire here. Check the car. You can dial the number and ask them all about I was going to fix the rim on that, and this is the money. I got the receipts, you can check. My money, my daughter's money, I'm gonna give them, and it's not illegal to keep that much money. What's the problem here? But I don't know what kind of problem that he's gonna face here, but I feel like they're gonna I'm sure they're gonna take that money to Bank of America or bank to make sure that it did came out of his account, from his account, so they are sure that it is his money, not it's money laundering or some any kind of suspicious activities going on with the money. But yeah, for now I think dude is cool. Dude, this guy is fine, he's chill, he's like, do what you gotta do. But I am, I'm not guilty yet.
It's in a Ziploc sandwich baggie.
Although it's not known what Agent Murray says to Trooper Brown, the call only lasts for about 40 seconds, and Trooper Brown informs him that he will start a brief with him, likely
What is
referring
that?
to Stephen.
Hey, Stefan.
Stefan, okay.
Stefan, you don't have any weapons on you, right? I know you're in. You mind if I just pat you down real quick? Face my car real quick, man.
These guys.
Have a seat in my front seat for me.
As with all other
They're gonna have a
previous
talk?
requests made by officers, this is something Stephen is more than willing to go along with because, as he puts it, he has nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, however, he still doesn't seem to realize that the more he agrees to go along with their requests, the deeper the hole he has dug for himself will grow. Now that Stephen is aware of his rights, Trooper Brown can finally begin the questioning process.
So, what is the source of the currency that you have there?
Sources in how do I make my money?
Yeah.
I'm a retired U.S. Marine. I get money from the VA for my disability, and it's money that I have earned from my employment, my job, doing IT work for a hospital. Sure.
Why do you transport bulk currency like that?
Well, there's nothing illegal about it.
No.
It's I keep it on my person and I secure it.
Okay. So for security?
I don't trust banks. That's
Okay.
why I have a large amount of currency there with all the receipts, which I keep in there for this type of purpose, in case anybody questions it. And if those receipts get looked into, you'll see that those are my accounts that those deposits are made for, or those withdrawals are made from.
Okay.
Stephen goes on to inform the trooper that he owns a debit card and only uses banks for direct deposits before he answers even more questions about the money.
Is there any reason that you can think of that a trained drug detection canine would alert to the presence of drug odor coming from that vehicle?
Drug.
No.
Okay.
Like I said, I gave you a consent to search the vehicle. I have nothing to hide. So
Okay.
if the dog alerted you guys, I can't tell you where it's coming from because I don't do that stuff.
Okay.
Nor do I have it. That is a rental car, so I don't know. I can't control what happened before I got it.
Fair
Can't
enough.
control what happens after I drop it off.
In cases such as this one, if officers persist in questioning, it's typically because they lack sufficient evidence and are seeking information that could be used against the individual. At this juncture, it's crucial to cease further communication and seek legal representation. Stephen is being fully cooperative here, and yet
Yeah.
the treatment he gets is contrary to law enforcement's claims that cooperation would prevent such actions.
If the currency was to be utilized for a business transaction, personal purchase, is it going to be used for any of those, or is this just your savings?
It's my savings, and I plan on buying, getting a home
Okay.
for my daughters and I in Texas.
Okay. So you're planning to use that to buy a home in Texas?
But yes, absolutely.
Although Stephen has been an open book throughout this entire process, Trooper Tumanoval is keen to take Stephen's amenability a step further.
Come on, man. Leave
You
that.
said you're okay with us going with your phone?
Nah, this is too much, dude. Come on, man. Okay, this guy got the money. He let them search. He let them go through almost everything through the car. He answered all their questions. Every single question they asked him, he answered. Till now, he didn't do anything illegal. It's not wrong. I did not know, but it's not wrong to take that much money in cash with you. He got rental car, and now they want to go through his phone. Bro, like, come on, these cops are just too, I don't know, man, just too much, dude. Like, they're just finding any reason to just keep that money, for real,
What do you want to go
at
through,
this
my
point,
friend?
especially
what are you
now.
looking for?
Just trying to verify everything's correct like you've been telling us.
What do you mean? Don't these guys, police officers, need some kind of paperwork to go through someone's phone? Or some kind of warrant or something like that? I don't know all that, but they need something to prove that, oh, they have this, proof that, oh, yeah, we need to check your phone. Like, how they can randomly check a person's phone for like this, man? This is too much. This police officer, I don't know, man, they could be doing it all right, but to me this looks like it's too much. They are just using this guy because he's been sincere, or you can say he's been answering whatever they are asking, and they're like, okay, let's keep on pushing until he falls, until something comes out of him, which we want, and we're gonna use against him.
The only thing I'm authorizing you guys to do is make the last phone call I
Exactly.
made just to verify that I was going to.
Even I wouldn't let them do that.
That ran man to get it fixed. Okay. But I mean, I got personal pictures.
Yeah, dude.
I don't want you guys looking for any pictures. You know what I'm saying?
I want to go through your pictures if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
So I can look at everything else but your pictures?
Oh my god, this cop, dude.
Yeah,
That's fine? Okay.
Despite any officer's demeanor or apparent friendliness, it's imperative that one refuses access to their cell phone in a given situation. As awkward as it must be to have a stranger look through your phone,
Yeah.
Stephen has no idea how much more uncomfortable things will get. But while the questioning comes to a close, Sergeant Rigden pulls up to the scene where he can be heard
Another
taking
one.
a call from DEA Agent Murray.
What's up, Shane?
There was just no way I was going to be able to make it out there.
No issues. It's too easy to do an adoption. We contacted you, so I think everything's going to be okay. And I'll text you the money count after we get it. It'll probably be a couple hours.
For those who are unaware, adoption refers to the process of property seizure by law enforcement agencies as permitted by the U.S. Department of Justice's Equitable Sharing Program. When an adoption takes place, the federal agency keeps 20% of the proceeds, whilst the remaining 80% kicks back to the state or local agency, which is, in this case, the Nevada Highway Patrol.
So here's the money.
They just want it. Greedy.
He's in the military, gets the VA money.
Is that what we're in the for?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the for backpack. You guys get pictures?
I think Tristan, yeah. I'll put it on the car. We haven't done it.
While processing this information, Sergeant Rigden briefly examines a bag of moneygrams and what appears to be money orders.
The balance is 1246.
Yeah.
Having finished questioning Stephen, Trooper Brown asked Trooper Tumanovau to hang out with Stephen so he can share his findings with Sergeant Rigden.
And these balances never. Got low balances on all these. But these are like 2019. I mean, there's not a lot in there.
Since the arrival of Sergeant Rigden, Stephen appears slightly agitated, perhaps finally realizing just how out of control this situation has gotten.
Yeah.
Despite his frustrations, Stephen still manages to keep his cool, unaware that Sergeant Rigden is about to test his patience even further.
Come out here after? I know if you don't want to talk to me, it's all good.
I was a little frustrated, man, because I'm being treated like a criminal right now, and it's not your fault. This had a lot of bad experience in the past. I get it, bro.
It's very, very odd to carry 100K in cash like that.
Yeah, but it's not illegal. But I can understand.
It's not illegal, but
I can understand your perspective. And everybody's been very professional. I didn't have anything to hide. That's why I let you search my vehicle.
Yeah.
So I mean, I told the gentleman here I don't trust banks.
But you have 5 different banks to deal with. You got Wells Fargo, you got Plumas Bank, you got the Bank of America, and then there's one other bank in there. So I mean, you do trust banks.
Well, no, I don't, because if you look at
And
my
your direct deposit has to come to a bank too.
I'm sure it does. It goes to Bank of America. But if you
Before
look at
he
my
was
bank, there's no money
trusting,
in it.
though.
That's why those receipts. That's why I keep them. So if you call the banks that he has come, and I'll call them right now and have, or I can show you what's in my bank accounts.
Despite Stephen's conviction, he'll soon learn that no amount of reasoning will help him out of this situation.
So why the distrust for the banking system?
I just don't trust them.
Yeah.
That's just my reasoning. It's my
Yeah, it's
personal
fine with
No,
it.
I'm not trying to convince you one or the other. It's just it's not usual.
I understand.
And so we're looking for the unusual.
Sure. I understand.
With the currency and stuff, I mean, somebody ripped you off, or I mean, you look like you could take care of yourself in a fight, but
Yeah.
I don't. I wouldn't feel comfortable going around with cash.
Well, I mean, I can understand where you're coming from.
I mean, how long did it take you to accumulate that much?
Oh God. I started saving since I was on the Marine Corps, 20 years.
How come it's all hundreds?
So I don't have to keep more.
Oh.
I mean, if those were all ones, my God, I'd have to, do more.
Yeah. We usually weigh, it's actually a cool trick. So one bill weighs 1 gram.
Mm-hmm.
So if you weigh that and get the grams, and you multiply it by 100, you can tell by weight roughly what it is.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
So you can like weigh your money and watch it grow.
Learn something new every day.
It's very, very odd. We're going to do a little bit further investigation on it, and you'll be on your way very soon. So.
Without the money, you'll be on your way.
After expressing his suspicions to Stephen, Sergeant Rigden consults Trooper Brown, giving him an opportunity to share his opinion on the matter at hand.
What are your thoughts, Chris?
I kind of leaning more towards it's odd, but
it's odd, but it's not packaged like normal.
No, and
Yeah, that's actually true. I get it. It's his savings, so he might be, I don't know, man, it's true or not, but as he said, like, it's his saving, and he's been saving it for so many years, like 20 years, he said, and okay, if he's doing that, okay, the money could be packaged like that, because he's doing himself, and not, he did not went to bank and straight out took out, $10,000 or $50,000, and because if he would do that, it would come with the whole receipt, different packaging and all that. On top of that, he, as officer said, he had many different banks he had his money in. So he was kind of trusting banks at one point at least. And now suddenly he took all of his money out from those banks in cash, and all of that cash is in $100 bills, which is, I guess, of course, I haven't seen this much money in cash, so I don't know. So I guess it's kind of odd to have that much cash in $100 bills. I guess if you would get it, you would get it in $20 bills, usually, I think. But yeah, so they are kind of going against him, or they are thinking, yeah, this situation is kind of fishy, you can say.
he's answering the questions.
I don't think so. He's going back
I would like to put
with his cash.
Like to put the dog on the currency, man.
Okay. Yeah, I mean everything lines, as odd as it is, everything lines up.
But the travel story and stuff like that, man, I'm gonna get out my scale and look at that.
Sergeant Rigden requests the assistance of a second sniffer dog. This time, Trooper Brown uses his own dog to detect the bag of money.
So something is fishy about money.
A positive hit on the bag of money.
Yeah.
However, it should be noted that according to a comprehensive review by the Journal of Forensic Sciences, several studies have shown that between 67 and 100% of circulated U.S. currency is contaminated with cocaine, leading them to the conclusion that a positive canine alert to U.S. currency is not sufficiently reliable to determine that currency was used in an illicit drug transaction.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
We'll go forward with it.
Okay.
With the go-ahead from his sergeant to begin the adoption, Trooper Brown walks to his truck to get a bank bag. Meanwhile, Stephen looks noticeably more antsy as he seems to realize where this is headed.
Yeah, they're taking his money.
The cash is not there anymore. Where's it at?
The Sarge took it. They did a secondary sniff, this little spot. I don't know what happened with that. Everything is on camera.
Okay. I'm just asking because that's my money.
Hey, I get it. No worries.
Soon, the sheriff arrives and is caught up on the situation.
We got a positive alert on the currency by itself. We had a positive alert on the car. Right now, we're just trying to determine whether or not it was proceeds. I believe it is proceeds. It is a big brick. And they're not old bills. He claims he's been saving it up over 20 years.
No, I hit 20-year bills.
No. No, those are all current bills. So.
20-year bills.
No. No, those are all current bills. So.
We see.
It's really good, but it's just
His travel plans are consistent with what we see with drug traffickers. So how much is in there?
About 100,000.
About 100,000. That money has not been saved up over 20 years. It's newer bills, so they're not 20-year-old bills. Yeah,
No.
it's not 100,000.
Okay, well, I'm guessing. And so that's my life savings. I've been saving since, so I went in the Marine Corps, which is in 2000.
Okay.
So that I've been saving for the last 20 years.
Roger. What we're going to do, I believe there's drug proceeds related to it.
Drug proceeds?
Yeah, it's very common, sir. We get people that are trafficking large quantities of marijuana from Northern California to all states east, even from Reno.
Sir, I can tell you right now,
I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen, okay? We're going to seize it today, but that doesn't mean we're the final judgment on it. It's going to go through the DEA, okay? So the DEA will contact you, and the DEA will provide you with a means to fight it. You're going to have to provide your pay stubs. You're going to have to provide your other receipts and stuff like that. Okay?
After receiving this distressing news, Stephen desperately tries to convince Sergeant Rigden of his innocence one last time, not realizing that his mind has already been made up.
So if you take that money, I don't have any money for me and my kids this weekend. I don't have anything.
You got a wallet on you?
No. My jacket's in the car.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
You don't have a wallet? Where do you keep your identifications?
It's in my jacket.
Okay. Got it.
I'm telling you, God is my witness. Now, I mean, I'm a retired Marine. I don't have any reason to do drugs or anything like that. That's my life savings right there for me and my daughters.
I respect your service, sir. I serve as well. Okay? I have caught cops doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, and they go to jail for whatever they're doing.
That's not me.
So you're who you are doesn't influence whether or not we take action on what we see. Okay? If it is legitimately earned income, you're going to be able to provide those pay stubs, and they'll give you all your money back. But I believe it's drug proceeds.
It's not drug proceeds, sir.
The problem is the most biggest problem which caused them to seize it was the last drug sniffing, which they are calling drug proceed, because which also in this video they said that most of this money is in the drugs, and it have some kind of a cocaine and all that, and which goes to banks, and then you get it again, and the cocaine and the sniffing of all the smell it have of cocaine, and which can cause this trouble. So I don't know he's lying or not. If he is lying, then okay, then there is some, but if not, then man, that's really messed up. Like I can tell that guy looks sad, man, and you're like,
I'm telling you right now, it's not. I don't do drugs, man. You want to do a drug test today? Let's do a drug test. I'm okay with that.
You know what a lot of drug traffickers use?
I don't know anything about drug trafficking.
I don't know what you know, sir. But a lot of drug traffickers want these people with absolutely no criminal history. A guy with a long drug history or drug trafficking history is not going to be the one transporting the currency or transporting the drugs themselves.
I mean, that's true.
That money in there is, like I said, that money is my life savings. I'd like to go through. You want to take it? Okay. I'm going to give me an attorney. I want to know exactly how much you're taking.
I'll tell you what it laid out as.
No, I would like to go bill by bill.
No, we're not going to bill by bill. What you'll see is seal it into a bag. Okay, into a bank bag.
Can I take a picture of that?
Yeah,
I'd like to take a picture of it.
As his reality comes crashing down, Stephen, while still remaining respectful, becomes more firm, a development which appears to take the sergeant aback slightly.
Do you mind if I take a video of it being still? I'd like to do that.
I think, you know what, you're on video right now, and we'll give you the case number, and you can request that information. You can request the entire recording and its entire stop.
Okay.
Everything that we did, sir.
Okay, yes, sir. And I've been totally cooperative with you guys.
I appreciate that, sir.
There's a receipt down there on the ground. I believe that's mine.
Hey, Dave, can you pick up that piece of paper? Yeah.
Throughout this incident, Stephen was under no obligation to answer all of their questions. It's evident that his willingness to cooperate was being exploited, and instead
Yeah,
of
they did.
acknowledging his innocence, the officers attempted to utilize his responses as a pretext to seek justification for seizing the cash. As Stephen is left with no choice but to come to terms with what happened, Trooper Brown has been busy bagging up his life savings. But before he's sent on his way, Stephen has some parting words for Trooper Brown.
Just want to let you know, I know you're just doing your job. Money that I have in my jacket is only $2. I need to pay for my kids, bills, my hotel. The reason I need that time off the text. Got no way providing for my children. Just get back to Texas. I know you're just doing what you feel is best, but
Like you know, my sergeant. It sounded like my sergeant talked to you about that a little bit, told you what was going on, and those lines. So
This sucks, dude.
I just wanted to tell you, Officer Brown, I mean, you're taking money out of my kids' mouths.
sorry.
Or you're taking food out of my kids' mouths.
Like I said, we believe right now that this is drug proceeds, illicit currency.
Well, I'm going to prove to you that it's not.
Perfect.
After taking down names and badge numbers, Stephen drives away, likely still reeling from that 90-minute whirlwind. Shortly after, Sergeant Rigden and Trooper Brown head over to the bank to deposit the cash.
Yeah, that's perfect. You guys must have had your ears burning because I was complaining about not having enough hundreds in my drawer.
The amount of money the Nevada Highway Patrol seized from Stephen turned out to be $86,900.
Oh, okay.
Stephen made good on his promise to get an attorney, and his case wound up being taken on by the Institute for Justice, a nonprofit advocating for forfeiture reform and other issues they consider abuses of government power. Although the federal government had 90 days to obtain a criminal indictment, obtain an extension, or initiate federal civil forfeiture proceedings after a valid claim to the property had been filed, the money wasn't returned to him until over 6 months later after the lawsuit was filed, and after the media attention caused by Stephen's story being featured on the front page of the Washington Post.
Oh, man.
It's likely that the officers were aware of insufficient grounds to justify the seizure of the funds, which may explain the delay in filing the necessary action for the seizure or forfeiture of the money. Not wanting this to happen to anyone else, Stephen and IJ also sued the Nevada Highway Patrol in state court, but the case was put on pause for almost all of 2022. In January 2024, a judge rejected the Highway Patrol's motion to dismiss the lawsuit, allowing Stephen's claims to move forward. It only remains to be seen if Stephen will be awarded the ultimate justice for what he endured on that fateful day.
Still don't know where the hell is his money. But yeah, according to the ending of the video, still he didn't get his money, which was $86,900. So yeah, he still did not get his money from those kind of corrupted cops, you can say, or they were just using their power in a wrong way, you can say, abusing their power, you can say. And yeah, which a lot happened, and they kind of sued, and he took it was really good that he talked to attorney and let them handle this case, because bro, a lot of really bad things was happening in this case, man. The way all these cops I mean they were respectful, but they were being too much extra, for real, like for no reason. Like they were asking too many questions, they were doing too much, they were too much suspicious about this guy. All what he did was just taking a cash, I guess, which was his hard-earned money, you can say, as a veteran. And yeah, they seized it the same day, and yeah, ruined his life, So yeah, and this case went big, man. As they said, it was posted on the front page of Washington Post, which is a very popular website, you can say. But yeah, that's crazy. And on top of that, it's crazy that it's still ongoing. No one knows he got his money or not, and still is like in January 2024 is about to end, and that guy, I'm sure he did not get his money back. And something about suing happened, and his team and some kind of court is suing the patrol of Nevada or whatever, who they are, of Texas or something, whoever stopped them, stopped him. So yeah, I hope they win this case and he got his money and show them that they are abusing the power which they got. But yeah, really L cops, all of them L cops, really bad ones. But yeah, I hope no one get these types of cops, especially when you're in this kind of situation, man. For real, no way. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.